Plymouth police are pulling its resource officers from public schools in the city. It's the latest development that comes after new state legislation bars officers and other school staff from using some physical holds on students. Reporter Emily Haugen spoke with the Plymouth chief, who explains why he took them out.
It's a historic partnership. School resource officers have walked Plymouth school hallways for more than 30 years. Plymouth Police Chief Eric Fadden says that collaboration is working.
I would attribute that to the relationships that our school resource officers have there. They're getting ahead of issues, and force is just not used that often in the schools.
Plymouth police are cutting the ties on that resource for now.
It's probably been one of the hardest decisions I've had to make as a police chief.
New legislation says officers can't use prone restraint or other physical holds on students unless someone's life is at risk. Officers across the state are saying that new law isn't clear enough.
It's not fair for our officers to put them into a situation where they're working in a school under two different standards.
Back to school looks different for school resource officers in Plymouth. They'll still be in the schools, but they'll be serving as regular patrol officers.
When they're not responding to other calls, they're going to be in the areas of those schools.
Fadden says if an officer is needed in those schools, they'll have to call 911.
It's the best solution that I feel like we can come up with at this point that keeps our officers protected from the confusion of this law, but also keeping the schools and staff safe.
Ultimately, Fadden says a rewrite of the law is what it will take to bring them back. In Plymouth, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Those SROs serve Robbinsdale and Wayzata district schools located in Plymouth. In a statement, Wayzata School Superintendent says their district is committed to doing all they can to keep students and staff safe in collaboration with police. OSHA has begun an investigation into the death of a MnDOT worker killed at the scene of the Rockford Road Bridge construction site in Plymouth. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner identified the worker as 54-year-old Michael Gow of Belle Plaine, where Gow also served as a longtime volunteer firefighter. Gow was fatally struck by a dump truck on Wednesday evening. Firefighters from across the region paid tribute to Gow. Funeral arrangements are pending. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a woman's body was found in a pond. Police in Brooklyn Park say officers were dispatched to the 9800 block of Almond Avenue on a report of a dead body. Officers found the body of a woman lying in a pond. Police said there are no signs of foul play. Hennepin County will be the lead investigating agency. Tensions have flared recently between some city council members and the Brooklyn Park council chambers. Council member Maria Tran and Mayor Hollis Winston have had verbal disagreements in recent meetings. This week, Tran has accused Winston of cutting her comments short and bullying her. He disagreed, saying he wanted to keep the meeting on track. The argument came this week during a discussion related to age-friendly programming.
Why are you always cut me off like this?
Well, I cut you off. You ran a little long. I am respectful, but you ran a little long, and I'm just trying to.
I see other members, even speak longer than me. It's okay to you.
No, it's not.
You do this to me a lot.
Councilmember Tran.
So now I have to warn you.
Well, thank you for warning me.
The council meets again on Tuesday, September 5th for a work session. A new exhibit at North Hennepin Community College honors the work of a longtime faculty member. In today's weekend showcase, we view the photography of Will Agar, who spans a nearly 50-year career of capturing images in black and white. For 47 years,
I love this poster of Christ here.
Will Agar taught photography at North Hennepin Community College.
But as a teacher, I seldom showed my own work because I felt they should find their own voice, in terms of what they see.
Now, this longtime professor who retired in 2022 is finally getting his time in the spotlight.
So you're seeing about 50 years of my life experiences.
North Hennepin's Fine Arts Center is showcasing Agar's work in an exhibit called Voyages of the Eye, which features everything from nature.
It was a beautiful summer for sunflowers.
To people he met while traveling abroad.
I had him pose by his car that he used used to drive to make a living.
To things around the Twin Cities that captured his imagination.
I remember going up and down this alley over and over again with the dogs and then seeing all these lines all over the place. And it just looked like a photograph.
Each of the photographs in this exhibit are in black and white, which is a style that he's remained passionate about after all these years.
So black and white is very controllable. In a way, it's quite simple in that you don't have to deal with the fussiness of color, and it's simply design, tones, and the impact of the image.
Agar learned his craft from his father and then drew inspiration from living among nature near Maple Grove's Fish Lake.
So it was a special time for me.
For anyone who is able to come and see this exhibit, his only advice is to enjoy the beauty of black and white photography.
It's kind of a culmination, of 47 years of teaching. It's giving them one last little swan dive to the school.
The exhibit is free and open to the public from Monday through Saturday. You can check it out through October 6th at the Fine Arts Center. For some Plymouth residents, rather than going to the state fair came to them.
It's really fun to have all these animals, and so we don't have to go with the crowds. We can just have fun here.
For me, it is just seeing the animals. It's just wonderful.
At Trillium Woods Senior Living Facility, it's the only place around town you can find someone walking a goat. Residents could relive their state fair memories, whether it was getting up close to the animals or biting into their favorite state fair foods.
Our residents, we consider them the luckiest seniors in Minnesota, and we love to deliver that promise every day.
Everything from corn dogs and cheese curds to deep fried pickles were on hand for residents to enjoy.
It was the opening night of high school football Thursday across Minnesota. As is often the case, that means Osseo and Maple Grove playing each other in their season openers.
The Orioles looking to break a 7-game losing streak in the all-time series against the Crimson. After forcing a 3-and-out on Osseo's first series of the game, the Maple Grove offense goes to work. Caden Harney with the pass in the flat to Chuck Lungama, and he breaks one tackle, stays in bounds, and heads to the end zone. It's a 43-yard scoring play, and Maple Grove leads 7-0. Next series for the Crimson on offense, and watch the one-handed catch here by Dylan Vogel. A great grab, Vogel with 7 catches for 103 yards on the night. Later in that drive, it's Harney to Lungama on another short pass, and it goes for another touchdown, this one from 27 yards out. Maple Grove leads 14-0 after one. Late first half, Harney on the rollout sprints to the end zone and scores from 5 yards out. Maple Grove all over Osseo at the half, 28-0 Crimson the score. Third quarter, Lungama scores his 4th touchdown of the night on Harney's 3rd TD pass to extend the Maple Grove lead to 35-0. And the Crimson defense shuts down the Orioles all night. Cedric Buchholz with a sack here from the 4th quarter. Maple Grove wins its 14th straight game. They blank Osseo 35-0.
The Cooper and Park Center football teams came into their season with some key returners and high hopes for improving on last year's records. Jay Wilcox has more on their season opening clash.
The Cooper football team at home as they face Park Center for the first time since 2018. Scoreless in the first quarter when Cooper's Emmanuel Carmo jumps in front of the De Niro Fellows pass, and he's headed the other direction. Carmo goes down the sideline and takes it all the way back, 63 yards for a touchdown. Cooper is up 7-0 after one quarter. Second quarter, and Hawks QB Cameron Fox looks deep and throws a strike to Daylon Gurley for a 46-yard gain to the 1-yard line. It sets up a Fox TD sneak, and Cooper leads 14-0. But in the final seconds of the half, Carmo just gets the punt away with a heavy rush. Tyjon Brooks fields it on the run, and a combination of blocks and speed help him stay in bounds down the sideline. Park Center stuns Cooper with a 58-yard return on the final play of the half. It's 14-7 Hawks at halftime. Same score late in the fourth, and Park Center trying to drive, but the Isaac Davis pass is off the receiver's hands, and Tony Colley with a great catch. He takes it back for another interception return touchdown. Cooper beats Park Center 20-7 in the opener. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The CCX Sports Hall of Fame is now in its 20th year. This weekend, we welcome 4 new members to the Hall. Here's part of what you'll see in this 30-minute special.
He was one of the best all-around athletes to come out of Maple Grove High School. We welcome 2016 Crimson graduate Isaac Collins into the CCX Sports Hall of Fame. Collins started playing varsity baseball at Maple Grove in 8th grade, just a couple of years removed from his first appearance on our channel as a member of the Osseo Maple Grove Storm baseball team that won the 11-year-old state title.
It was just really cool.
His older brother Roman, pictured here, was the first Collins standout at Maple Grove. Roman graduated in 2012, 4 years before Isaac, and also excelled in both baseball and football. He was drafted by the Kansas City Royals in 2015.
Having my older brother and seeing him, go through it with football, baseball, like I always had something to look forward to. And I really looked up to those older guys. And when it was just my chance, I just really, took advantage of it and had fun with it.
In addition to baseball, Isaac played 3 years of varsity football at Maple Grove, where he became one of the top running backs and defensive backs in school history.
Watch for our Hall of Fame show airing throughout this weekend here on CCX1, Channel 799, or online at ccxmedia.org. That's all for sports. More CCX News after this.